Hello friends, this is Ashok Sadavade. Welcome to my channel C# console based application. In this session 1, part 1, we are going to discuss C# console application. That is part 1 is a simple program of C# console application. Second is versions of main methods, and third one is command line arguments. So in this part 1 we will discuss all these things with their examples. Okay, so let's start a simple program of C# console based application. So this is the I am using Visual Studio 2012. So now start new project, Visual C# and the console application. I am giving the name of the application as ConApp part 1. Okay, we'll create the project 1. So these are the namespaces using system.collection.generic, using system.alignQ, using system.text, using system.threads.task. So here we are using only system, that is a system namespace. So these are the namespaces by default. That is second is a namespace console part 1, that is the name of the application here, and the name of application and namespace is the same, that is a ConApp part 1. Okay, then inside this namespace there is a class name as a program. So this is the by default class and it contains this is main method. Okay, so this is the default. The .NET provides this default class and then main method. So inside this class there is a main method. So main method is declared as a static, then void, then main name of the method is main, M capital, and it has an argument, that is name of the argument is args, which is a array of string type. Okay, so but this is the by default. So inside this application, entire application, there should be only one method we are going to use. Okay, so there is no any class that contains the main method. So in this entire application there can be number of classes, but there is a one class that contains the main method. Okay, so all the applications start from this main method. Okay, so let's take the simple example. Suppose I want to write or display welcome line. Welcome. So all statements are end with the semicolon, and after that console.read. So why I am going to use this read key? Because it will display the welcome message, and after that it reads the key from the user till it display the welcome. Until the user press the any key, the welcome message will be displayed on the console. Okay, so this is the main method. The main method should be written as a static, because without any object of this class program, name of the class is program, the main method is invoked, so it is a static. Here main method is a return type as a void. It means the main method does not return any value to the calling process, and it has a by default this argument, that is args of type array string type. Okay, so let's see output of this program. It will display welcome message. Simple console based application. Understood? So these are the namespaces. So namespaces are included by using keyword. This is the namespace. Okay, so this is the body of the namespace. Okay, so inside this namespace there is a class, that is a program, and this is the body of the class. And inside this class there is a main method, and this is the body of the main method. Okay, so in this application there is a main method, and every starting, it is the entry point of this application. So applications are executed from this main method. Okay, so next see the versions of different versions of the main method. Okay, the first version, that is a suppose this is the static void, and then there is a no argument. This is the first version of the main. It will display the welcome note. That means it does not return any value to the calling process, and it does not accept any parameter from the calling process. So this is the first version of the main. Now let's see the second version of the main method. This is the second version of the main method, that is it has return type as an integer, and it does not any arguments or any type of parameters. I am return type as integer. So the last statement in this main method should be return 0, because the main method returns which type of value, that is integer. So I return integer 0 to the calling process. So this is the second version of the main method. It will display the welcome message. Okay, the next version is return type is void, means it does main method does not return any type of value, and it has a parameter, that is a args of which type, string array type. Okay, so this is also third version of the main method. So I skip this statement, that is return statement, because main method does not return any value. So run it, it will display the same message, that is welcome. The last version is return type is integer, and it has an argument, that is args and string of type string array. So if you mention here return type as integer, you must return integer type of value, that is 0. Why 0? Because the calling process know that if the value 0 will be returned from the main, that means that every statement of this main normally executed without any disturbance. Okay, so it will also display the message welcome. So these are the 4 versions of the main method. Okay, the next point is passing arguments to the main method. So let's see how to pass arguments to the main method, that is at the runtime. So we can pass runtime arguments to the main method, that is called command line arguments. Okay, now see how to pass. I use this version. Okay, if you pass arguments to the main method, then the all arguments are stored inside this args argument of the main method. That is, all arguments are stored in the format of string type in this array. So args is an array type of string. Okay, so all arguments are stored inside this args array in the which format, that is a string format. So now display the list of arguments that I am going to pass this main method. Okay, so console dot write line, and I'm going to display the first argument, that is args of 0. So what is the index of the first argument? That is args of 0. Suppose I pass 3 arguments to the main method. The first argument is stored in args of 0 position, that is index of 0. Second argument is stored in a 1 position, and third argument is going to be stored in second index, that is args of 2. Okay, so just I display the args, that is argument, first argument. So how to pass these arguments to the main method? So here there are two ways we can pass arguments to the main method. So you can use the command line argument, or here you can use the this, that is, go to the project, then project properties, then click on this debug option. So here there is an option, that is command line arguments. So here I am going to pass 3 arguments, that is 10, then space 20 space 30. So these arguments are separated by spaces only. Okay, so close it. Now see the output of this program. It will display only 10 because I am passed the values 3 arguments, that is 10, 20, 30 to the main method, but here I am displaying the value of the only first argument, that is args of 0, because first argument is stored in the first element of this args array, that is at position 0, at index 0. Okay, so that's why the output of this program is 10 only, while I am passing 3 arguments of this program. Now how to display the all arguments in this program? Now see, so I use for loop for int I is equal to 0, then I is less than or equal to 2, because index start from 0, 1, 2, and I passed the 3 arguments. So first argument is stored in index 0, second argument is stored in element 2, and third is element 3, that is 0, 1, 2. So I plus plus. Here I return, that is index, that is specified by I. Okay. Now see the output of this program, 10, 20, 30. So these are the arguments that are passed, that I passed to this main method. So instead of writing 2 here, I write args dot length. It means that starting with the curly bracket. So same output. Now without any changes in the program, any changes in the program, I pass 5 arguments to this method. So go to the project properties, then debug option, then I'm going to pass 5 arguments to the main. Save it. So this properties window and run it. So it will display all arguments, that is 10, 20, 30, 45, 50. So I hope that this session will be understood by you. Okay, so please watch my next video that is part 2 on the typecasting and boxing and unboxing in the C# console based application. So please subscribe my channel, like it and share it. Thank you very much.